Hello, hello, Hammers fans. Hello, Hammers fans, and welcome to Your Shout. It's Your Shout. I've got 3 videos. I've got one from regular Paul. Sorry, well, not regular. He's not regular. Well, I'm talking about his toilet, am I? I'm just talking. He posts regularly. Crikey, this is starting well. We've got regular Paul. We have got Belfast Hammer, aka Peter. He wants to talk about a couple of the players in the Championship that he thinks we should possibly buy in January. And last but not least, we have got Mr B. He said regular Mr B. We've got Mr B, and he's got some weird contrived prediction system which you're going to be trying out. I'm not sure about its accuracy. Well, I hope it's not accurate, because anyway, I'll let you watch it. Hopefully you lot can enjoy that. What I want to do is link a couple of videos together just at the start and get it posted out nice and early this evening, for good reason, because a lot of the fellas are talking about their Leicester game and then building up to the Everton game, which, as I film and talk to the camera now, is tomorrow. I'm actually in a hurry. I've come straight back from work. I'm not even got changed yet, and I'm off out in a minute because I'm going to the under-23s game. I'll just come back to sort out my camera and mics and loads of little bits and pieces. So I'm going down there to really have a look what all the fuss is about the under-23s team. They've been doing some fantastic things this season, but they are playing tonight in the Checker Trade Trophy. Don't know if you know, but that is the formerly known as the St Johnston's. The Johnson's Paint, St John's, I don't know. The Paint Trophy. It used to be the Paint Trophy. It's quite a serious thing because they're actually going to play against seasoned professionals. They're going to be playing against Wycombe, who will be taking it seriously. And it's a chance for the under-23s teams to show their mettle against people that play professional football week in, week out. So I'd expect a good crowd there. As I say, I'm taking my camera up. I want to get some nice shots for the website. Do a report for you. I'm going up with Mike from Mike on Monday fame. We're going to go and have a look, just see what, hopefully Queen is playing and people like that. Hopefully see Declan Rice and a few of the other guys as well. Martinez, I'm sure he'll be playing. Hopefully see him bang a goal or two in. So just have a look and then hopefully let you lot know what we think and have some nice shots and a little bit of footage for you as well. So I'm off to go and look at that now. We've got a lot of videos coming up this week as well. So if you stay tuned, we've got a review on Wednesday on the main channel. Don't forget, this is the second channel, so you need to be subscribed to both to get notifications on both videos. I think we've got then we've probably got a preview on Thursday ahead of the Man City game. We were a bit worried about that one. And then we've got a cup of tea, myself and Gio, cup of tea on Friday. And then on this channel, the one you're on now, I'll be probably uploading the whole week with all the footage that I'm going to collect tonight from the game away to Wycombe. Right, that's it. I'm going now. I've got to go. I've got to go have a shower, sort my camera out, charge the battery, and then drive up to Wycombe and find somewhere to park. Hopefully you enjoy all the things that the lads have got to say. I'll be doing another Your Shout next week. If you could, wait for the Wednesday game to happen, wait for the Man City thrashing to happen, and then send me in your clips. I could really do with and really appreciate some sort of 90-second, 2-minute clips from a few of you, and then I'll put a big video together and just sort of gauge where you think we're at the season so far. So Moyes by that point will have had 4 games, and maybe you've all got your own ideas of what you think and what you'd like to see going forward. Right, that's it. Enjoy the videos, thanks for watching, and I will catch up with you tomorrow on the review.
I've had someone from Wickes today. Hi West Ham fans, Paul here, just very quickly to comment on the game against Leicester and to talk about the game against Everton just briefly. I was really impressed with Moyes, the way he set up, the way he had gone 4-2-3-1. I thought that was a good way, and what really impressed me was the fact that he's done something that none of our previous managers seem to have done lately, Bilic for sure, and he played Arnautovic on the right. He decided to use some lateral thinking and put him there. That was brilliant. He brought Masuaku, played him left wing in front of Cresswell, and I thought our performance was good. There were points in the second half there where the whole stadium was rocking. I think it's time for people to quit whining about the fact that the London Stadium isn't Upton Park. It obviously isn't Upton Park, and I think that could be a good thing if we carry on working that stadium, or you carry on working that stadium like you did, because there were several shots there where the camera was panning on people in the audience, in the spectators. and it was joggling all over the place. Fantastic atmosphere. It just shows what quality. I was really, really worried that West Ham fans were going to do the board thing, be very negative and get on the players' backs immediately. And it was the opportunity was there after 8 minutes, wasn't it? And West Ham back-footed for a little bit and then got back into the game, and I was really impressed with the fans' reaction there. It was phenomenal as far as I was concerned. Going on to Everton. Having said all of that, I am a little bit hesitant. This is one of those games where so many things come together, you know. I mean, number one, the news out today is that Allardyce will be taking them over. And you know what it's like when West Ham play a team where one of our players has gone to, or it's a bogey team and this person always scores against us, or worse, we have a returning manager that goes to a bogey team. Well, that's Allardyce. For me, Everton are a bogey team. A lot of people saying, "Oh, I would be, you know, completely confident we're going to get something out of this." I'm not. Everton have always been a bogey team. I don't know if it's the drive up there for us, the colour of their strip, God knows, or at our place it's been bad too. More often than not in the recent years, we have come off second best against Everton. Now, that said, I saw them play Southampton. I watched that game, and they were awful, awful. However, if you were the Everton players, you knew Allardyce was either going to be in charge of you or in the stands watching you. West Ham are coming to your stadium, and not only that, a previous manager, probably the previous manager of a dynasty at your club is going there. Wouldn't you turn it on a little bit? So I'm not convinced this is going to be as easy as all that. I do think that against Leicester, I felt that Obiang, for me, was someone who didn't actually play that well. I thought the whole team played well except for Obiang. I thought he was, there were times where, being a defensive midfielder, he should have been further back than he was and running as hard as he could to pick the ball up. He seemed to come to life for 20 minutes in the second half, but other than that, I wasn't that impressed with him. I thought Kayate played really well for him, given his recent form, and I thought that everyone else deserved to be on that pitch. I was even quite impressed with Andy Carroll, not particularly his play, but his effort, and obviously he's received a firm talking to, and for once responded to it. Maybe that's the quality Moyes has, but he kept his elbows down. He didn't jump as effectively, and he wasn't all over, and he wasn't whining at the ref, throwing his toys out of the pram like he usually does when he doesn't get a call going his way. That said, I wouldn't start him. I would start Ayew in his place, because there were so many crosses and there was no one there for many of those crosses. And Ayew is always there. He's always there. He's one of those people with an innate ability, a bit like Chicharito. I would start him up front, bring Carroll on later, wear that defence down a little bit if you have to. I don't know if it needs wearing down, but wear it down a bit more and then bring Carroll on if you have to. Start with Ayew, sorry. I hope Arnautovic stays where he is. I hope Masuaku stays where he is. I hope Cresswell works a little better than he did as far as not losing control of that ball. I was impressed with Noble. I was impressed with the fact that he, on the way out of the tunnel, no mood or negative tantrum like, well, you don't expect that from him. But not only that, grabbing Lanzini round the shoulders and giving him a big shake before he ran out onto the field. Come on, we can do it. And he did it again afterwards. He just seemed to be a fan. And he's quality. He's a quality person. He needs to be in the squad. I still don't think he should be starting right now. But really happy to see that we have, and we all knew, we've got a man like that in our team. It gives you heart. Going to be a hard match. My head, like I say, going back to the Everton thing with Allardyce coming, it being Everton, us being West Ham, my head is saying we're going to lose it 1-0. Ridiculous, I know, but that's what my head is saying. My heart is saying, let's go 2-0. So somewhere between. We badly need these 3 points, though. We badly need these 3 points. I think we deserved the win against Leicester. I don't see it as 2 points dropped because it was more than a result. That game against Leicester was a coalescing, a gelling of the team like we haven't seen it for such a long time. It was the performance on the pitch that was the most important thing that we got out of that game. And if that's a springboard for future success or future games, then we won't go down. If we play like that and we play with that heart, we won't go down. And if we turn up at Everton and we play like that, I can see us winning. I just hope. We haven't done that twice in a row this season yet. Let's hope Moyes is the difference. Let's hope those players are on board, and let's hope they are targeting Everton. Let's hope that that Allardyce doesn't take the reins yet. It's not that I fear him, it's just that he knows certain players in our club. And the one thing, if you were Allardyce going up there right now, and I think it was Gio or Gonzo said that he's not going to take the reins. He's going to sit in the stands. He's going to say he had a quick talk to them, but he sat in the stands. It's not his team. And if they win or draw, then of course he's going to take the praise for it. Well, what's the one thing he would do in that walk around in the Everton changing room? I tell you what he'll do. He'll say, you need to get Andy Carroll sent off. Get on him, get on him, get on him. When he touches you, fall over, fall over, fall over. Get him sent off. That worries me. And that is, I think, one of the reasons we don't start Carroll. Get Ayew in there. Anyway, come on, you Irons. Really, I am looking forward to this game. I am looking forward to it. And it's the first time. I was not looking forward to Leicester. It's the first time I can say that. Yeah, see you soon. I hope it's a positive result. Cheers.
Hi everyone, Belfast Hammer here again. Just a few points about recent developments at our beloved West Ham. Great second half performance on Friday night. Possibly 3 points would have been fair for us, but very, very encouraging. Regarding the next few weeks, we do need to get people in the transfer window. A lot of people mentioned John Joe Shelby. Definitely only see him as a squad player. Two names I would throw in the hat, which haven't been mentioned in the forum, is Conor Hourihane from Aston Villa, who has a bit of a checkered career, an Irish lad, but certainly is way up in the assists. Had a hat-trick in August for Aston Villa, and also is sort of someone who's a wee bit about him. The other one is Barry McKay of Notts Forest. I cannot understand for the life of me why Rangers got rid of him. Rangers are not a very good team, but there's something going on here that he was let go. He's by far their best player, particularly in the big matches against Celtic. So yet again, he is really featured very high in the assists. So I believe we need to go down the way, given what we're told about the budget. It is a punt taking anyone from the Championship, but at the same time, it's well worth it when it comes off. I suppose Antonio would be one, Dele Alli for Spurs would be another, and hopefully not monopoly money on them. So, very, very short punt today. Hope everyone is keeping well. This is Belfast Hammer, and I'll talk soon.
Hello, Mr B here, just with a very, very quick review of the Leicester game and a few thoughts of the upcoming Everton game with a new little score predictor that I'm throwing in as well. First of all, the Leicester game, to me, I saw a big step change there, predominantly through the effort and the work rate that was put in. Okay, it wasn't the best performance ever, particularly first half. But the one thing I've got to say, my word, that crowd, they really, really, really got behind the team, particularly second half. I wasn't there in person, I saw it on the telly, but my boy was there as well. And he said that place, it was bouncing in the second half. Fantastic atmosphere generated by the fans, despite all the division and, balled in, balled out stuff beforehand. The fact that they kind of, okay, it might have been one or two little pockets having a moment when the Leicester goal went in, but predominantly they weren't on the team's back. And then obviously the second half, after we got the equaliser, they were like a 12th man. So absolutely brilliant. I think a lot of that is strangely down to David Moyes. I confess, I've said it before, I wasn't a fan before his appointment, but he seems to have galvanised them. The work rate and the effort has gone up tremendously. And what I would say is that, you hear all this stuff about like the West Ham way, and all this nice on the floor interpassing and movement and God knows what. That's, to me, that's not the West Ham way. We had little spells like that in the past. Brook in Devonshire, when they played that nice football, and Di Canio, when he was there with Sinclair and Paolo One-Chop, people like that. Yeah, but again, we had 2 little periods, but that doesn't typify West Ham. To me, the West Ham way is about showing some fight, showing some passion, and getting stuck in. And to be honest, that's been lacking over the last sort of 18 months, if not more. And it was just really nice, particularly the second half, to see us actually closing some balls down, see us, really, really working. Like Chiati, for example, he hasn't run that far for about 2 years. That was like the old Czech Chiati out there again, box to box, looked like a completely different player. Arnautovic, best I've seen him play. I actually thought he was superb. He was taking people on. He was whipping some lovely balls in. This is what we paid the money for. It wasn't all great by any stretch of the imagination, but it was a damn sight better. And we, other than the stupid mistake for the goal, where Ogbonna, well, I'll let you have a quick look at this, because this is, I think, what's happened with Ogbonna. And here, as demonstrated by my own feet, is the reason why Ogbonna actually failed to clear the ball for Leicester's goal on Friday. Guessing he was probably late getting changed, out there in a bit of a rush, and just basically put these shoes on the wrong feet, because that's clearly what it looked like when he was trying to clear that ball. Maybe he should have tried to do something like that instead. Apart from the goal, we actually looked organised for once, which again has been lacking. That's down to Moyes, and he's starting to instil a bit of belief. As I say, not 100% great. I thought Obiang played well. I thought Reid was good. On the downsides, Carroll, I still personally wouldn't have him as a target man, because they weren't hitting him. Or if they were hitting him, again, he had nobody around him to pick up the pieces. So that was kind of a waste. But that said, second half, back in his own box, tracking back, that's kind of what you want. But as an attacking force, I can't wait for like Hernandez to get fit again, and maybe play a more a less direct route, and have a bit more mobility up front, which I think would be good. But hey, let's pick in holes. I thought poor old Zabel was starting to show his age a bit, particularly that first goal. He got drawn inside, and it was just like watching an old boy trying to run for a bus, and the bus had gone. He was just like treading water. Love him as a player, but that wasn't good for the first goal. He just left the centre halves, and Reid in particular, too exposed. I thought Creswell was average. Mazuaku, I think what we've seen there is that his delivery isn't that great. I mean, he's come on and he's put balls in, but he had so many opportunities to put balls in. Skillful player. Can beat his man and that, but there's one towards the end there where rather than just move the ball forward with his instep, he tries to roll it with the underneath of his studs and rolls it out. I mean, what's all that about? We just want balls whipped in, and I don't think he's the answer. Might be interesting when Antonio comes back, actually, if he keeps Arnautovic out on the right hand side there, whether or not he'll actually put Antonio in on the left, and that could be quite potent and quite interesting. So that's something to see. Lanzini again, I thought looked pretty lost. Looked like a little kid out there trying to play with the big boys, and he's yet to regain that spark of a year or so ago. He's not at the moment. He's not the player he was, but I'm sure again as the team builds confidence, hopefully he'll come back to the fore. But all in all, I think that was actually quite an encouraging result, and looking forward to Wednesday or Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever it is. Looking forward to the Everton game now. So it'll be interesting to see what sort of lineup we go with there. And so to the score predictor. This is the chance to actually see what we feel the score might be, as you'll see now. Okay, so we've now got the new score predictor. This is going to be for the Everton game during the week. So I'm going to be assisted by my friend Rita, who will basically be picking a biscuit. As you can see, the numbers are quite random at the top there, and the choice of biscuit will basically determine how many goals Rita thinks Everton are going to score, and then we'll do West Ham in a moment. Okay, big biscuit. What are we going for? 2. Everton 2. Okay, we'll replace that. And I think what we'll do, so there's no nothing untoward here, we're going to mix the numbers up. Completely random. I feel like a magician doing this. Okay, Rita, and how many are the mighty Hammer's going to score? 1. So, looking like Mr. Moyes' return to Goodison is going to end in a 2-1 defeat. But it could be a 2 or draw. Thanks, Rita. Okay, so that was the score predictor. 2-1, or maybe a 2 or draw, dependent. We might just sneak one back at the death there. Bottom line is we need 3 points because the running from there on up to Christmas is bad. So we do desperately need those points. But yeah, so all in all, I'm quite buoyed by that result. A draw, yes, a win was needed. A win would have been nice, but there's something to build on, and let's just hope that we finally sort of hit the lowest of the lows, and we can move forward and look forward to better things, albeit we have got to face Man City, who are probably going to pummel us. But, the performance the other night with a crowd behind, then I don't think, there's any reason why we shouldn't be going into sort of Chelsea and Arsenal with a bit of optimism.
Yeah, I've had someone from Weeks today.